how chess.com built a streaming empire. Okay, I mean, yeah, all right, let's keep going. I think there's an alternative title that they could use for this. The alternative title would be how XQC and Hikaru built chess.com's empire. That's the alternate title which they could go with. Anyway, let's keep going. Twitch users watched 18.3 million hours of chess content in January, nearly as much as they consumed throughout 2019. Last week, chess even surpassed League of Legends, Fortnite, and Valorant as the most watched gaming category. Okay, click to accept. Okay, let's keep going. Here we go. To date, chess.com has over 57 million members. This is an article by Hirsch-Chitkara, February 22nd, 2021. There's something inherently perverse in calling chess open source. It's a bit like saying France pivoted from monarchy to republic, or right, yeah, it's saying France pivoted from monarchy to republic. That's wow, okay, interesting comparison there. But let's keep going. Or that indoor plumbing was a 10x idea. Nevertheless, it's true. Anyone has free reign to make chess a game. This makes it all the more surprising that one company, chess.com, dominates the world of online chess. A company representative estimated that 65 to 70% of online players use chess.com. As of this writing, there are 427,580 people around the world playing games on the site. Total registered users grew from 20 million in 2017 to over 57 million today. Wow, that's actually pretty huge. That's really huge. Some of chess.com's success has to do with the network effect, since having more players improves matchmaking, which in turn attracts more players. Chess.com also excels at detecting cheaters and bots, an essential capability when we're all just a few clicks away from consulting Magnus level chess engines. So let's keep going. In 2018, chess.com acquired an engine of its own, Komodo, which was once considered the best, but has since been narrowly usurped by the open source Stockfish project. Fat Fritz too. Anyway, let's keep going. Regardless, investment in engines has been another key to chess.com's success. Komodo offers post-game analysis, revealing players' blunders and missed mate opportunities. Chess.com's engineers have also developed dozens of opponent AI personalities from the community. Some are adaptive, meaning they adjust the skill of each move according to how well the opponent plays. Others bring chess legends back to life using old game logs to emulate their skill and style of play. Following the release of the Queen's Gambit, chess.com worked with Netflix to develop engines that simulated Beth Harmon's gameplay from different periods in the show. Let's keep going. Okay, here we go. These factors are foundational to the success of chess.com, but they haven't been driving the incredible growth over the last year. That would be streaming. The first thing to understand is that this is many years in the making. Nick Barton, VP of Business Development at chess.com, told Protocol. We had a partnership going with Twitch since 2018 in which the onus was on chess.com. Because of our market position within the playing sphere, the size of our playing platform, and the size of our player base, to try to grow what we would call now the middle class of streamers. Chess.com has showcased how investing in a streaming community can provide immense returns over time. Building out from a core group of chess.com sponsored streamers, Chess has taken Twitch by storm. Throughout February, for instance, chess.com has been hosting the latest iteration of its signature PogChamps 3 tournament, featuring Twitch megastars XQC, Rubius, and Pokimane, as well as rapper Logic and actor Rainn Wilson. Altogether, Twitch users watched 18.3 million hours of chess in January 2021, nearly as much as they consumed in the entirety of 2019. And for a brief period last week, chess surpassed League of Legends, Fortnite, and Valorant to become the top gaming category on Twitch by viewers. I'll play later. Let's keep going. Okay. A Star is Born. Oh, they do actually talk about me. Wow. Okay. When he was 2, Hikaru Nakamura moved with his family from Japan to the US. At age 7, he played his first game of chess, and at 15 years and 79 days, he became the youngest American grandmaster ever, breaking Bobby Fischer's record. Nakamura has since become a 5-time US chess champion and top-ranked player in Blitz, a high-speed chess variant. This is all to say that Nakamura is one of the greatest to ever play the game, which makes his status as a bona fide Twitch celebrity even more improbable. What is that supposed to mean? Are they implying that people on Twitch are not smart? Could they possibly be implying something? This is all to say that Nakamura is one of the greatest to ever play the game, which makes his status as a bona fide Twitch celebrity even more improbable. Are they really insulting all of you really brilliant, smart people on Twitch? Improbable. Okay, let's keep going. All right, let's keep going. Top chess players have historically been shrouded in mystery, more like academics than movie stars. Legends such as Wilhelm Steinitz, Emmanuel Lasker, and Jose Raul Capablanca spent much of their lives sequestered indoors, developing chess theory in a bid to elevate the game to new heights. Tournaments gave the world an opportunity to behold their genius though to the untrained eye, the events provided little in the way of entertainment. Nakamura began streaming in July 2017. Danny Wrench, the chief chess officer at chess.com, had been an early advocate for Nakamura to take to Twitch. Looking back on his first stream 3 years later, Nakamura joked that chess.com locked him in a room and told him to stream if he wanted a contract. By his own standards, Nakamura's first stream was unpolished, referring to himself, "This dude needs to get some energy and some excitement because he sounds really depressed." The inaugural stream still managed to attract several hundred viewers, thanks in part to promotion on the chess.com landing page. Yeah, so again, this was something I spoke with Devin Nash some time ago about, and the first stream that I ever did on Twitch had, I believe, 980 viewers, or somewhere near 1,000, and it may obviously is like phenomenal for a first stream. So let's keep going. In late 2018, despite being on the globe-trotting professional chess circuit, Nakamura can you guys actually see it? You can, right? Yeah. In late 2018, despite being on the globe-trotting professional circuit, Nakamura began streaming on a semi-regular basis. His camera presence improved, as did the channel's production value, thanks to a small team that included chess.com employees. Okay, this is I'm just gonna say it. This is total blogna. This is total phooey, total baloney. The reality is, when they talk about semi-regular basis and camera presence improving the channel's production value, this is all because of ChessBay. This is not about some small team at chess.com. This is because of ChessBay. So I'm just gonna make that clear. This is total blogna. So let's keep going. Nakamura turned out to be a genuine streaming talent. His hard-hitting chess content was just as likely to garner views as his exhaustive ranking of fast food chains or a session playing the Windows XP pinball game. His streams tap into the appeal of watching a prodigy show glimpses of being an otherwise ordinary person, as when Nakamura tries to identify the meat in his breakfast croissant or scrolls through memes posted by the Hikaru Nakamura subreddit, which is where we're going after this, by the way. And no, you guys, to be clear, ChessBay does not work for chess.com. She does not get paid by chess.com, so she is a volunteer, just to be 100% clear. By the start of 2020, Nakamura amassed over 80,000 Twitch followers. So big shout out again to all of you guys, the huge support we've gotten. We had 80,000 followers at the start of 2020, and we now have almost we have 1,045,000 followers of the channel, from 80,000 to 1 million. So pretty insane what has happened in the last year. So let's keep going. By the start of 2020, Nakamura amassed over 80,000 Twitch followers, enough to be in the ranks of professional streamers, but not breaking the top 100. Then lockdown happened. Sports leagues shut down, and boredom became a way of life. This led to what chess.com's Barton calls the chess meta. Okay, let's keep going. A meta on Twitch is sort of this respectfully ironic engagement of something like a game from childhood or an inside joke among a community, Barton said. A few key content creators really wanted to tap into what we call the nostalgia meta, and chess became part of this. One of those creators was XQC, a French-Canadian streamer and retired professional Overwatch player. XQC, also known as X, is one of the top personalities on Twitch, where he regularly streams 9 or more hours a day, bouncing between games that catch his interest. Nakamura offered to give X a chess lesson while streaming. They went over fundamental tactics in this first session, which now has over 1.4 million views on YouTube. Though Nakamura's channel was already gaining viewership from the chess meta, his lesson with X marked an inflection point. In the weeks leading up to the lesson, Nakamura's channel would attract around 2,000 live viewers. By May 2020, average live viewership had soared above 13,000. His live streams now average over 24,000 viewers, making him one of the top global streamers. Exactly on the money. 24,189 viewers right now. So big shout out to everybody who's watching. Okay. Cross-pollination. Nakamura wasn't the only chess streamer benefiting from the broader Twitch community's interest in the game. In fact, his channel accounts for around 20% of total time spent watching chess on Twitch, a sizable amount, but he's not the only show in town. Prior to the pandemic, chess.com sponsored most of the top chess streamers, even though many of them averaged only a few hundred live viewers per stream. This early investment in the community paid off as channels such as Botez Live, Alexandra Botez and Andrea Botez, Gotham Chess, Levi Rosman, and Chess Brawl Eric Hansen saw viewership increase significantly over the course of 2020. Now, as everybody knows, Chess Brawl, they've been around a long time. I find it kind of sad here that they say Eric Hansen and they forget that it's a two-man team here. So big shout out to Chess Brawl, because Eric Hansen apparently is the guy who streams everything. Let's keep going. Okay. This wasn't a simple case of a rising tide lifting all boats. Chess.com helped facilitate collaboration between streamers, which helped build a sense of online community and sustain viewers' interest in the game. The Botez sisters faced off against a blindfolded Nakamura. Nakamura invited Rosman on his channel to help rank the greatest chess players of all time. Hansen challenged Alexandra Botez to a series of blitz games with $1,000 on the line. The cycle went on and on. We were able to create this roster of diverse personalities so that someone could log on and watch an untitled player that might be at the same level they are, or they could watch Grandmaster Hikaru Nakamura, who now has over 1 million followers on Twitch, and everything in between, Barton said. This was the core focus for us for quite a few years, and it took a very long time for it to catch on. Again, I don't mean to speak negatively about this article, but I do want to add one more thing about this article. Once again, this whole idea of collaborations and sort of streamers working together was not a chess.com idea. As much as chess.com and Nick Barton would like to take credit for this, this was in large part because of ChessBay and the idea, the concept she had in mind of say doing tier makers with Levy or playing odds games and doing all these different things. So with all due respect to chess.com, this was not their idea. I'm gonna say it. I feel like I think it really does need to be said, because ChessBay's contributions and what she has done for chess, the category as a whole, very oftentimes get overlooked, and of course there are not going to be articles really on her per se. So when I see something like this and I see kind of certain people at chess.com taking credit for stuff that really was not their idea, I have an issue with it. So I will say that. Let's keep going. Yeah, like this notion of blindfolded against Alexandra, against Alexandra and Andrea, I'm gonna literally tell you guys the story as I remember it. So the way this worked out is that I think I was playing blindfold games against some of my subscribers, some of the people on the channel. I had this young I think he's a FIDE master, international master, from America. I forget his name. It was like JL or something. I forget who it was, but basically I spoke to him on the phone, and I gave him or not on the phone, on Discord. I would give him the moves and we'd go from there. And at some point, ChessBay called Botez and was like, do you want to play Hikaru in a blindfolded game? It'll be great content and all this other stuff. Agent JL, that's who it was. So basically when I see this where they say, oh yeah, this was our core focus, we developed all this stuff, I'm sorry, but that's more Bologna. So let's keep going. Streaming provided a secondary benefit to the chess community in that it gave lifelong players a new way to monetize their talent. Similar to aspiring professional athletes, chess amateurs often dedicate their youth to the game, hoping to become one of the top 20 or so players who can make a living on tournament earnings alone. If amateurs failed to reach this ultra elite status, the remaining options within the chess world were primarily limited to coaching or migrating to the business side. Exactly. The Botez sisters are exemplary of this new paradigm. Alexandra and her younger sister Andrea started playing chess at age 6. They trained with their father and began winning competitive tournaments, so much so that they both were chosen to represent Canada in the Chess Olympiad. Alexandra won the U.S. Girls National Championship at 15 and later captained the Stanford Chess Club. Despite all the accolades, Alexandra and Andrea didn't think they could make a living from chess. Andrea told Protocol that Alexandra began streaming while at Stanford as a hobby, just something for fun, because she missed playing competitive tournaments. After graduating, Alexandra co-founded a social media startup, but it folded in 2019. And this is also another example that I would say, which is really important. So when you look at Alexandra and Andrea, literally there is 0% chance they could make a living playing chess professionally. Like there's just literally, they would not make money. If they went and played tournaments, you have a big entry fees, you spend a lot of money on hotels and food and all these different things, and in many ways you end up losing money. So it's not a joke when you talk about chess. Outside the top 20 players in the world, you're going to lose money, and it's just, you're going to suffer. I'm being honest. Same applies to Levy. Same applies to Anna. It applies to so many players. When you think about the top 20 players making a living from playing, and the other 99.99999% suffering, it's not a joke. Even Daniel Naroditsky, for example, he is 2650 Grandmaster, and if he tried to play professionally, maybe he could scrape by. But it would also be extremely brutal for Daniel as well. It also applies to the former U.S. champion Samuel Shankland, who he broke, I think, in the top 50 in the world, and also for him, most of his earnings, I believe, are from doing chess courses and coaching. So it's not. I'm not even being like rude. I'm just telling you guys how it is. It has nothing to do with who we're talking about. That's just the landscape and the nature of playing chess professionally. It's just yeah. Levy. If Levy tried to play chess professionally, I can tell you what would happen. He would go play a tournament like there are many tournaments in the US. He would have to pay for his airfare. He would have to pay for his hotel. He would have to pay for his food. And if he didn't win the tournament, which probably would have like 10 or 15 grandmasters who are about 2,600 elo or higher, he would probably lose like $2,000 to $3,000 every single tournament. So it's not a joke at all. And Levy is an international master as well. Levy is one step below grandmaster. So it's not a joke at all when I say this. So let's keep going. It was only after the pandemic hit that the Botez sisters began streaming together regularly. Alexandra moved back home, and Andrea was wrapping up high school. This was right before the chess boom, so we were able to build our foundation as a sibling channel, Andrea said. Since the start of the pandemic, Botez Live has seen live viewership increase by more than 1,600%. In December 2020, Alexandra and Andrea signed to Team Envy, a top esports organization. Sustaining the meta. If XQC's first stream with Nakamura was the most important event for jumpstarting the chess meta, then PogChamps has been the most important for sustaining it. Chess.com put up $50,000 in prize money for the first PogChamps tournament in June 2020. It featured many of Twitch's top streamers, including XQC, Ludwig, Moist Critical, and Voyboy. Nakamura and Alexandra Botez coached the participants and later served as commentators for live matches. The inaugural tournament broke all sorts of viewership records, including the first chess stream to break 1 million unique views and the first time a chess video reached 150,000 concurrent viewers on Twitch. Many of these records have since been eclipsed by a second or third iteration of PogChamps, as well as the BlockChamps tournament for Minecraft streamers produced by Chess.com in collaboration with the Botez sisters. PogChamps significantly raised the profile of chess and esports in streaming world, so much so that the wider chess world took notice. Most feedback was positive, but a few prominent voices complained that it degraded the sport. Stefan Loeffler, an editor at Chess Tech, likened PogChamps to reality TV, in which celebrities embarrass themselves for attention, publicity, and a handful of cash. There's probably a certain streamer on Twitter who feels the same way. I don't need to say his name, but I have a feeling there's a certain streamer who, when he hears this, he very strongly agrees. Let's keep going. On his own stream, Grandmaster Ben Feingold disparaged PogChamps participants, referring to XQC as QVC as having negative talent in life. Grandmaster Jan Nepomniachtchi, I didn't even see that he's in this article. Grandmaster Jan Nepomniachtchi was a bit more even killed when he tweeted, "With all respect towards chess.com and amount of work they put into promoting chess, PogChamps 3 as the popcorn stuff is replacing and displacing any real chess content, and this is just terrifying." Okay. I didn't even see that Jan was in this, so yeah, let's keep going. Here's the PogChamps 3. This is me, Alexandra, and Danny. Where was this picture taken? I'm holding a microphone. I think that's actually me. Where was this picture taken? 1 second. I'm trying to remember. I'm wearing this dark blue blue collared shirt from St. Louis that I got from the Chess Club and Scholastic Center. This might have been for a movie premiere, actually, in St. Louis. I think this was a movie. I think this was at what was the theater? There's a theater in St. Louis where they did a premiere of the Bobby Fischer Face vs. the World documentary, which was directed by Liz Garbus, I believe, and I think that's where this is from. So let's keep going. Okay. Politics aside, the simple fact is that Chess.com's streaming efforts have helped chess reach a broader audience than perhaps ever before. This expanded audience includes people like Sanjay Jasula, a project manager in Michigan. Jasula turned to streamers after the Queen's Gambit renewed his interest in chess, which he hadn't played since childhood. I would say this I think the majority of people who are following chess now are exactly like Sunjae from Michigan, where they probably played a little bit as a kid, and then at some point they moved on to other things, and they came back to it during COVID. So I think Sunjae is the prototypical chess fan who's watching now. Now when I have time after work, I would rather fire up a chess game and play that I play that versus watching a show, Jasula told Protocol. Similarly, after lockdown shut down the pickup basketball scene, DC-based journalist Cole Karnick found himself without a competitive outlet. He stumbled upon Nakamura and Rosman chess content on YouTube. He has now played over 4,000 games on chess.com. At the time, a lot of people were talking about how they wanted to get a pandemic hobby, Karnick said. That wasn't the situation. It was just something I started doing, and then I realized I was playing several matches a day. Wow, that's awesome. For those worried Twitch and PogChamps are changing chess for the worse, there may be some comfort in appreciating the longevity of the game. Chess has been around for a very long time and will continue to exist long after the term esports has ceased to exist, Barton said. Also, I agree. I think that's definitely true. Definitely true. In terms of chess, it's been around for 1,500 years, and it will be around long after that as well. So, really good article. It's written by Hikaru. Is a researcher at Protocol based out of New York City. Before joining Protocol, he worked for Business Insider Intelligence, where he wrote about big tech, telecoms, workplace privacy, smart cities, and geopolitics. He has also worked on the strategy and analytics team at the Cleveland Indians. Interesting. Yeah. Oh, did I just say something wrong? Sorry. Chikara. Sorry. Okay, sorry, you guys. Whatever. Okay, whatever. Stop it, you guys. Okay, stop being weird. Anyway, really good article. I agree with pretty much everything that's said. Really well done. Most of the stuff I think is pretty legitimate in here. So, very, very good article on chess.com and how it became what it is today. And I deserve to mention as well. I mean, I think the thing is there's so many streamers. It's like, you know, you can talk about myself being the number 1 streamer. You can talk about Levy, who currently is the number 2 chess streamer. The Botez sisters, who are the third largest chess streamer, as well. And then you have channels like, I think maybe Chessbra, or no, sorry, Anna is probably the 4th biggest, and then I think it's Chessbra after them. But you just have so many streamers, you can't mention them all. You could talk about a Gadmator on YouTube. You could talk about Blitzstream. There's so many others. Botez might be number 2 again, but Levy was definitely the number 2 chess streamer if you go back to December and January. So maybe Levy is number 3 right now. I don't actually know because I don't look at the stats every day, but I do know that in December and January, Levy was 100% number 2, and he was number 2 chess streamer after me. So maybe it's changed, but I don't really look at the stats very closely. So yeah, and we can keep going as well. From there, I'm going to add one other thing because I see someone brought it up. Subs is not the measure upon which makes a channel successful. The opportunities that the streamers have through sponsored streams, through ads, through many different things with Twitch directly matter far more than subscriber numbers. So that is the one thing I will say. That being said, I am very happy for the bras. They have a very supportive donor community, and they're doing very well. So that's what I will say on that topic.